hot tub water temperature should never exceed 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
And what was it at?
Oh, for him, I have no idea. I don't think we quite know the death reason. I don't think it's come out. I should be
Please.
watching chat to see whether people are telling me. And I heard that there was, yeah. So the chat says there's no drugs. The chat is
Okay.
I think that's Christine.
Oh,
That's probably
Christine.
unsafe for me to like throw a guess out there like that because it's incredibly rude to the person if it's not.
You just told me about Julia.
What?
That was my attempt at throwing off.
Oh, yes, nice. Okay. Absolutely.
I don't know if that worked, but I tried.
I put I put Cheers on uh as number 2. This isn't
Wait,
me. This isn't my list. This is all
what is
voters.
this?
This is
What
the
is
list of
this?
the top sitcoms from the 90s.
Oh, okay. Definitely watch The Simpsons, watch Cheers, keep going down. I'm so curious what the rest of these
Home
shows are.
Improvement number 3 cannot be right.
Whoa.
It cannot be right. What are you people doing? That
Wait, what are you
cannot be
talking
right.
about? Home Improvement was so
Oh, I
good.
get it. Oh, I 100% get it. I love Home Improvement, but it is not the number 3 show in all of the 90s
Wait,
sitcoms.
really? I believe that.
What about
Who
like
didn't watch Home Improvement? Tim the
when
handy
we scroll?
dandy
Okay, first of all, we just talked. Okay, do you remember what we saw in number 1 and 2?
Cheers and wow, I have short-term memory loss.
The Simpsons.
The
I'll save
Simpsons.
you the
Yeah.
challenge.
I feel like
That's a real tough
I
one. Wait,
watched
do you remember what a show we were just talking about?
Friends.
Yeah, yeah.
I am surprised. Wait, so where is Friends?
I
I'm
don't know. We'll
curious where
find
it's
out, but it's not number 3, which is ridiculous. It should be at least number 3, probably in no top
but
2.
Home Improvement had wide appeal to all ages versus Friends, even though like I was watching it when I was younger, wasn't really for all ages in the same way Home Improvement was.
Um,
Really? Like you could
that's
be a kid watching
so
Home
you're
Improvement.
saying you're trying to argue to me that Home Improvement was a better show because a larger variety of people found it funny, and that it's not a it's not a quantifiable fact that Friends is funnier than Home Improvement.
No, you're totally screwing my words. I'm saying Home Improvement had a bigger segment of viewers because I think it had appealed to like more generations versus I could believe a world in which Friends had a smaller segment than Home Improvement because it was a bunch of 20 something year olds on screen.
That's true. Okay, fair. Home Improvement's great. It takes place
Love.
in Detroit, where I'm from, so I love
Oh
that.
my God. I did not know. I don't remember that fact. That's so
Tim the
funny.
Toolman
Wait,
Taylor is a famous Michigander.
wow. I believe that. Wait, I really want to know what these other shows are now.
Oh yeah. Number
You're
4
just
is Friends. Okay, phew. Okay, well I'm
okay.
buying this now a lot more. Number 6
Yeah.
is Fresh Prince.
Yes.
That's a good show. That's a
Oh
really
my
good
God.
show.
Actually, I'm shocked Fresh Prince isn't higher. I think Fresh Prince
No,
is
come on, Natasha. It can't be higher than the ones
out,
above it.
guys.
No.
Josh gets thrown out of the house. Oh my God,
No.
that's a good
It's a
show.
great show. It's a great show, and it's got a
So
lot of
good.
great moments. But it does not make sense for it to be higher than Friends than these top 4 shows.
I don't know. I feel like Fresh Prince, I'm biased here. I think Fresh Prince was number one in my eyes. Like that
That
was
cannot be.
such a freakishly good show. I would still watch Fresh Prince today if I'm sure it's on a streaming service, but I would happily watch it and eat some
It says right
popcorn
here.
tonight.
It's on
Wait,
Hulu.
where? Oh, so maybe
This
I'm gonna
website's
go
pretty
on
cool.
Hulu.
It's on Max too, and on Paramount
Did you
Plus.
just say this website's pretty cool, Hulu.com?
Have you heard of it?
Have you heard of this?
Have you
It's
heard
called,
of
do
it?
you remember back in the day at work, I used to get so offended when I would ask a question and you'd be like, have you heard of Google.com?
I've been trying to catch you on that. I've been literally playing the game of trying to get you on something in the past like 10 minutes of finding a thing you don't know about.
Okay, wait, that 70s show does not earn to be, it should not be number 6. I'm
I
offended.
agree. I agree. It's a good show though. I mean,
Yeah,
although
it
in
was
retrospect,
a
I think it's
fine
been canceled now.
I think it has. I was just gonna say, who is the guy with the well, I guess all of them had froze. The guy
Hide.
that's in he got convicted,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. See, this, yeah,
Wow.
that's another thing. Yeah, that just happened
Wow.
recently. Danny Masterson.
That was super recent. And Mila and Ashton came out in support of him. Wild shit.
B.U. Phillips was his wife, and
Who is
uh,
that? Who's Bu
she's
is her name?
Beechu Phillips.
Okay, I just like can't believe her name is pronounced
You've
Bichu.
never heard of her?
Definitely not. Have you?
Yeah, she's famous. She's a famous model,
Oh, well, of course she is.
um, and singer and actress, and she was in um, Almost
What?
Famous. Yeah, she was in Almost Famous,
Interesting.
and then
Is
she was
Almost Famous like famous? That
Almost
sounds
Famous.
like a D-list show.
It was a movie by Cameron
Oh.
by Cameron Crowe. I think it won
Oh.
an Academy Award.
Oh, okay.
It's
I take back what I just said.
oh my god, oh my god, Natasha, why haven't you watched Almost
Almost
Famous?
Famous?
So we have to make a podcast in which we you and I watch a movie together, and then people can sync it up to the movie, and we do a commentary. We do like it's a director's cut commentary, but it's me and you
Yeah.
watching the movie, and then randomly getting distracted and going to people's Wikipedia pages and stuff.
Have you watched YouTube videos where they do exactly that? Like I've watched a number of videos because I'm too cheap to like buy the show or buy the streaming service where they'll literally just like commentate. Is that a word? No.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah, that's
do
a
like
word.
commentary on a show as they're watching it. So I've done that with several pretty trashy shows actually.
Well, and
And
then Twitch has a bunch of people that do this sort of thing. Like the person I know most is Hassan Abi. Um, he used to be on the Young Turks, and now he's got his own
mm,
um, Twitch stream. You ever heard of him?
I definitely heard of Young Turks, but I don't recognize the specific name you mentioned.
So this dude Hassan, he is on stream 8 hours a day,
Jeez.
and he's on the stream like 5 days a week. I think it might be 7 days a week. He's on stream 8 hours a day, and most of the time he just spends like on stream. His face is there and stuff, and he'll eat. I mean, obviously he gets up to eat and go to the bathroom and stuff, but like he will just talk about the news, and he'll just like bring up websites like Ranker and just like talk through Ranker. But he talks about politics and news stuff. So he's
I
just
see.
watching the news all day, and then but he's just like commenting on the news, and then sometimes he'll get into like a big rant because he's very progressive left wing, and he'll just get on a big rant about something, which I love those parts. But for the most part, he's just like sitting there, like watching the news.
Honestly, I could see that being pretty fun to tune into for a little while, especially if you like his opinions that he shares and he
Yes.
isn't offensive.
Yeah, I could see
Okay,
it. Okay.
wait, I was gonna ask, like, I can't believe I don't know this, but this will show to you how little I know. I don't know, like, what is Twitch? Like, you're
Okay.
using Twitch right now,
Yeah.
right?
It's a video game streaming platform. It's like if you went live on YouTube.
Okay.
That's it. It's
But
the
it's
same exact
meant
thing.
for gamers?
It started as mostly gamers, but they've wandered into the like podcast and like real conversation space.
So it's like YouTube now.
I would say that what YouTube has built in the last year plus is trying to be Twitch.
I see. So the going live concept was formed or made popular by
I
Twitch?
would say so. I would say
Oh,
so.
I did not know that. That's
And
so funny.
that's hilarious that you didn't know that.
I
Um,
did.
so Twitch has tons of folks that just get on and like have their podcast live on Twitch. Yeah.
Fascinating. I was watching this
Oh,
video once.
it's owned by your company, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm aware. That's why I particularly feel dumb for not knowing what it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
work
I
there, right?
I do. I remember I think my only memory of Twitch is at some point, this must have been years ago. I think AOC went on Twitch and she
Yes.
went live playing a
I think
game.
Hassan was at that game. She was playing Fall Guys.
Really?
I watched
So
it. I watched it happen live. It was amazing.
so funny. So that is my only memory of Twitch. Other than that, I've just like it's never really like crossed paths in what I'm looking at. So that's why
I can't believe
I
that. Wow.
assumed it was like a gaming something. And then I was getting really confused as you were explaining how Hassan, that guy from Young Turks, would just like stream for 8 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like, that doesn't sound like gaming.
No, it's not just gaming. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
We're literally not doing gaming right now also, and we're on
This
there.
is true. This
So,
is very true.
so okay, number seven's Full House.
Honestly, I'm surprised.
It's you think it's not that funny? What do you think they're
No,
ranking this on? Because this has the same appeal as Home Improvement.
that is a very good point. I mean, they must be, I would hope they're ranking this on like viewership or something, right?
No, it's based on people's votes, ups and down votes from people,
Like
you and
what
me.
people, like dumb people?
Yeah, dumb people like you and me.
So like we can go in and rank
You know
these
what?
shows.
I could do it right now. Yeah, but you know what? It's probably because it has less.
What?
You
I'm
watched Home
so
Improvement, right? Oh my god, Natasha.
Oh, okay, I got you now. I thought you were trying to mimic a dog, and I was like, I don't
Well, that's what
understand
he's doing. He's mimicking a
how
dog.
this. But for a second there, I was like, I'm not sure how we transitioned into dog sounds, but now I'm truly lost. Okay, okay, I got you. Wow, old times. I
I
don't
have
know. I feel
to.
like Full House was better.
I just changed it so that I could see the chat at the same time as the browser. I've mostly just been sitting here talking to you, not even realizing that there was the possibility of a chat.
Okay, so with Twitch, what chat are you looking at? Because we're on like multiple streaming things right now,
Yeah, I
right?
know. So I'm not watching our chat between us because if you type something to me, I wouldn't be able to see it.
Oh, I'm not typing things to you.
No, I
How
know.
weird.
Of course you're not. But I'm saying if you did.
That would be so bizarre as
That would
I'm
be
talking on Twitch.
that would be incredibly bizarre. What if right now you were just like, Travis, why have you not been replying to all my thoughtful comments about the show?
Honestly, I'd be so impressed with myself that I'm able to like talk to you and put
I would be
anything
too.
thoughtful
I
into
actually,
words.
at first, I'd be annoyed, and then I'd be like, actually, that's pretty impressive that you were able to pull that off.
So you're looking at comments coming through Twitch?
Yeah, so I've got like a one tiny little a window open, and
Okay.
so there are people watching us on Twitch right now,
Wow.
and they are able to comment to us, and I can see that. But a minute ago, I had my browser on full screen, so it was I was streaming the browser, but I couldn't see anything else but the browser. So I had to then make the browser small enough so I can have two windows open, right?
I see.
And that effed with the aspect ratio in the streaming software. So for a brief minute, everybody saw me like panicking, trying to rearrange my browser so that you wouldn't see my like bookmarks.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Man, you're
ridiculous, is it?
legit. You're getting live comments. That's wild.
This is maybe the first time I have gotten live comments.
Is
Besides
this from
last time
like,
Brenner came on or 2 episodes Brenner came on to tell me how much I sucked at video games.
wow? Honestly,
He watched me
it sounds
die.
like Brenner.
He watched me die in 9 minutes, and so
Oh my God, I love that. I bet your show or your episode with Brenner was so
I
cool.
haven't done that yet. No, I haven't done that yet. I'm saying he
Oh,
came on as a commenter.
okay.
Oh, I'm gonna have Brenner on eventually. I'm excited about it.
I was gonna say, I feel like that could make for a really great episode. Slash,
But what do you think
I
his topic is? This is the first time this has ever happened that I've had that I've had one of the guests guess another person's topic.
wait. So he already has a topic he's aligned
I
on
don't
with
know.
you?
No, I don't know that he has one in mind. But what do you think his would be if I had him on the show?
Something nerdy.
Yeah, of
Um,
course. But you got to be more specific than that. I think I have at least two guesses.
it could be such a wide array. I feel like honestly, I could see him talking about gaming. Um, honestly, I could see it being so many things. I feel like that man has just like a dictionary or an encyclopedia in his head and could probably talk about some real random stuff at
I
depth. What do
absolutely,
you think it would be?
absolutely. The other day, I got to go to his house, and he showed me his computer setup, and I think
Is
he
it
could have talked to
crazy?
me about it for an hour and a half, standing right there, and
I
I would
could
have
see.
listened too because it was completely fascinating.
Wow.
And actually, that's literally what I would like him to come on the show and talk about is his computer setup.
Your setup. Okay.
He's you should listen to it when I do have him on,
Yeah.
because he's got these mice now that are like keyboard mice, and it's pretty incredible. He says he's building a PC right now
Wow.
while we're talking about this. No,
Wow.
I
Go
gotta,
Brenner.
yeah. So
Go
you know what
Brenner.
was a bad idea? I was talking about Brenner's topic because I'm worried that it's gonna make you feel bad about your topic.
About my topic,
Yeah.
about content creators. No. I love our topic because it's like it's been so fun to talk about it with you, as well
Okay.
as to learn about your viewing habits.
Have you gotten into have you fallen down the TikTok rabbit hole?
I haven't even downloaded TikTok, so
I'm gonna go
I
back to the
don't
game
have
now.
TikTok. What?
I'm gonna go back to the game now, and we
Okay.
could go back to the '90s sitcoms at another step. I also have another browser tab open with another thing because I thought it was very likely that you and I would love to get distracted by just looking at websites together.
Wait, I want to see your other tab. What did you
Oh,
say
I don't
it
know.
would
Okay,
be?
do I have to do that now or should I save it?
Okay, you can save it.
I'm gonna save it for a little later.
Okay.
All right. Oh, Dungeon Crawl Talk Soup is back.
Woo.
We just got distracted by being on a different podcast for a while.
Now with
um, and now we're back. That's your cue, everybody. It is so. This guy's name is Beef Boterham, by the way. It's a
who?
Minotaur, a video game character.
Ah.
He's a Minotaur. Okay, so we were gonna ask you is, did you fall down the Twitch? Not the Twitch, the TikTok rabbit hole.
So I've not downloaded TikTok. I will say,
That's a very shady way of saying you use the website to go to
oh,
TikTok.
heck no. No, no, no. I'm not that old, but I do use like I scroll on Instagram more than I care to admit.
Oh,
And I
mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of people cross post TikToks on Instagram. So
Totally.
no, I haven't gone down the TikTok rabbit hole. Wow, is that a
We
mouthful?
are old.
We are old, but I do watch TikToks on Instagram and sometimes I really like them. Are you down the TikTok rabbit hole?
I went down for a long, long time.
Oh,
The
wow.
algorithm is outstanding.
Yeah.
There. If you love the Google Ads algorithm for recommendations, I'm telling you, the TikTok one is so much better. It's so much better than Instagram. It's been
Oh.
so much better than YouTube Shorts, which is basically the exact same thing as TikTok.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it's just the algorithm is absolutely listening when it shouldn't be. The Chinese overlords can absolutely hear me say that.
Yeah.
They for sure are listening, and they catch conversations and then show me hilarious or deep content that has something to do with something that happened to me in the day, and I'm
Okay, that's
like,
scary.
this is great.
Wow. I
And so
have
I
heard,
went so far down that rabbit hole that I had to remove it from my phone for a while.
so I'm curious, what were the things that would like typically show up on your feed? I'm assuming nerd things.
So that's a very underhanded um,
Hey,
say.
you said you couldn't be sarcastic. That doesn't mean I can't be
That's true. Okay,
sarcastic.
fair. Touche. You got me. You tricked the content creator. It's mostly like little skits and comedy stuff. People
Okay.
with funny observations. And then I also have a lot of like liberal anarcho-capitalist like replace parking garages with dense housing like advice TikTok. Like very
Interesting.
very left-wing city focused TikTok. Um,
Okay.
And what else? I get book talk a lot because like to get fantasy book recommendations.
Oh,
Um, and then I get a lot of punk bands, like videos from the 90s and stuff now. And then I get stand up comedy now. Um, and sometimes I get food stuff. Not very
okay.
much on the food stuff. Jess was way into to it for a little while, and all she got was TikTok and cleaning videos.
Is Jess still on the TikTok world?
It was she's not in the TikTok anymore. I don't think the kids call it the TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm getting
um,
flashbacks of Justin Timberlake as Sean Parker in The Social Network when he's like, "Let's go from the Facebook to just Facebook."
yeah, that's what they must have thought of the TikTok.
So
Um,
you were just like too obsessed, and you had to leave the platform.
yeah, I was, and it's like watching it in bed, type of stuff where you
Yeah,
just have your phone on you for too long and staying up too
yeah.
late.
I feel like that's partially what has kind of scared me out of downloading TikTok. Plus, I just feel like I don't need, frankly, more social media. Like, I already feel like I definitely scroll on Instagram, like, before I go to bed, if I'm waiting on the subway. Like, I'm definitely a scroller, and I am scared that I may add to that scrolling if I get TikTok. Plus, I don't have a dire need at the moment for TikTok. So I'm
I
like, I'm going to keep this no TikTok on my phone. That said, I'm I really have a strong urge to download it more recently because I want to see how content creators are managing their platforms on TikTok.
Yeah, there's there's so many. That's been such an amazing platform for people, and it's such a
Totally.
great diverse space too.
As
Like,
in, like,
um,
speak more
like,
about the
uh,
diversity of the space.
like I meant it both in the YouTube, the same way we were talking about YouTube being a diverse space,
Mm-hmm.
and in the, like you can find your people there space, the LGBTQ
Gotcha.
community, or um, your left wing space or your conservative space or whatever.
Gotcha.
The algorithm, because the algorithm's so good, it serves you a lot of stuff that's really relevant to you and
Mm,
gets content creators in touch with you that are relevant to your interests. I guess the problem is, and we experience this like in politics a lot in the last like 8 years, is that can lead to rabbit holing
yeah.
or where you never, or bubbling, right, where you never leave your bubble and hear other ideas.
Yeah, I mean, that is a pretty wild thing. And I feel like I've thought a lot about this in New York recently, but I feel like sometimes even being in a big liberal city, you're in an echo chamber and then agree that like social media can make that way, way more intense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of shocked. Well, I'm not shocked. It's a very hard problem to solve, but I wonder what social media will be like in the next 10 years, especially with respect to politics and not letting people just like continuously listen to their own opinions.
That's a
Or
great.
maybe we'll have the same problem in 10 years. Who knows?
I It has to. When I've heard people talk about this, or like going back to podcasts or people talking about how to make social media better, like one of the biggest things is it not being of corporate interest to keep your eyeballs there.
Right.
And so like how do we not have that be the case though? That it is all about attention and engagement, and so that leads to these companies um, aiming at your basest instincts
Yeah,
and not at what's like valuable or like helpful for you or the community. And like we
totally.
just can't. There's no way to square that circle of like how do we make these platforms be valuable to us as a society when they're really out for shareholders.
Right. And I feel
And
like
that's brought to you by your local your local democratic socialist of
Totally. And I feel like, I mean, man, this is like such an insane topic because like exactly to what you said, like the monetization of these content platforms is at odds with what is probably what a lot of people would say is like good for you or good for the public. But at the same time, how would you even begin to like I can't think of a better word at the moment. How would you begin to regulate it?
I have no
Like, we're
idea.
not God. Like, can we really be here and say, like, you know what? I think Joe over there needs a little, sprinkling of some conservative messaging. And
Yep,
I
and
think
he
Susan over there needs a little bit of Obama in her life. Stop listening to Trump all the time. Like, how do you even begin
Has
to
Travis thought about how good trickle down economics is? Has he thought about it? We need to make sure he at least takes a look at
yeah.
it. um, uh, that's a really good point. A very fascinating challenge. I think there are people that have thought about this and have been on podcasts to talk about like how do we make it more about our society instead of about dollars and algorithms.
I I'm sure there are. I feel like this is like in some ways a very commonly discussed problem and I now really want to listen to some podcast episodes that discuss this
Yeah,
cuz I'm
but
very curious how you would ever even solve for this. Also because I feel like and you stated this earlier, people don't like a lot of people don't want to listen to opposing views.
yep,
And so how do you go against what somebody naturally and innately wants? And
exactly.
that's actually the biggest culprit, I think. Like we could just like take our heads out of whatever we're reading or the social media we tend to look at and say, "You know what? I want to listen to a different opinion today." But we don't.
That's a really good point. Hey, let me interrupt you for a second, Natasha. Check this
Did
out.
you die?
No, I didn't, but isn't that's what usually what I say to people when I've died.